Hi. So it's the start of the 52 days of prayers. How did you get on with today's reading? Did you understand it, or did you think, what on earth is this about? Did you ask yourself the questions that I spoke about yesterday? The first one is, what do I like about this bit of the Bible? And what don't I like about this bit of the Bible? What do I find difficult? What's tricky? What does this tell me about God? What does it tell me about me? And what do I need to go and do about it? Well, I've asked myself those 5 questions, and I've kind of summarised what I've discovered and what I think this little bit of the Bible is telling me about me, what this prayer is telling me that I need to go and do. So we've actually been reading the story in Genesis 18 about Abraham bargaining for Sodom. I'm not going to read it again for you because I know that you will have already read it. But the story goes that 3 men visit Abraham, and one of those men is God himself. As they get up to leave, 2 of the men head off to Sodom, leaving God to hang back and talk to Abraham. God explains that the people in the city are so wicked that God feels that he has no choice but to destroy the whole city. Abraham asks God if that is the correct course of action, which is a pretty brave thing to ask God if he knows what he's doing. But Abraham says, what if there are 50 good people in the city? Is it fair to destroy it all? And God says, okay, if there are 50 good people in the city, then I won't destroy it. Abraham takes a moment and then asks God, what if there are only 45 good people? Will he still destroy the city for the sake of 5 people? And God says, okay, no. If there are 45 good people, he won't destroy it. And Abraham seems to be emboldened by God's answers. He goes on and he tries again and again. He says, what if there are only 40 good people, 30 good people? And finally, what if there are only 10 good people in the city? Will he still destroy them along with all of the wicked people? And God says, no, he won't. So a few things came to mind as I read this. In this story, it isn't Abraham that comes to God, but God who comes to Abraham. And God made himself available for Abraham's questions. God hung back, waiting even for Abraham's questions. Now, it does say that Abraham drew close to God, but what that means is he's turning his mind to focus on God. God was already there. Now, isn't that a great thought, that we don't have to approach God? We don't have to go and find him or seek him out. He is waiting to hear what we have to say. We just have to talk to him as we talk to any other friend. And the second thing is that God doesn't mind when we question what he is doing. He has made space for us to talk to him when we don't understand. God is happy to listen and answer our concerns. And the third thing is that God is willing to show mercy when we stand in the gap between him and a place, just as Abraham did. The fancy Christian word for this is to intercede. It basically means to ask God on behalf of someone else. And that's often someone who is in trouble or in difficulty. And like Abraham prayed for the people of Sodom, it is important for us to pray for our town or city or country, to pray for the leaders in those places, and to pray for peace and good things to be there. Our prayers really do make a difference. Your prayers and my prayers could be the difference between a place being a fabulous place to live and a place that's going to ruin. So tonight, I'm not going to leave God waiting for me. I'm going to tell him confidently about my concerns for my own town and my country, and I'm going to commit again to stand in the gap, to intercede and regularly pray for the nations of the world. So that's it for tonight. I hope that has helped you understand that prayer a little bit better. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at Jacob and a prayer that Jacob prayed. And I look forward to sharing a little bit about that prayer with you tomorrow night. So don't forget to follow or subscribe to the 252 Challenge social media channels in order to receive notifications so that you don't miss out on any of our little videos. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.